Hello guys, this is Piyush Jain and welcome to my channel Logical Piyush. So today I'm going to talk about sunscreens, everything about sunscreen you need to know, like SPF, melanin, PA, UVA, UVB, everything. So first I'll start with SPF. Now what is SPF? SPF means sun protection factor. SPF means sun protection factor, and there are various kind of sunscreens which have SPF 10, SPF 15, SPF 25, up to SPF 50 is there also. So what is basically meaning of SPF? Why do you want to know about SPF and why should you know about SPF? So basically I'll give you a short example. If you ask a random person to just go out in the sun without applying any sunscreen on his body, let's say his skin burns in 10 minutes. So after applying sunscreen, when you ask him to again apply the sunscreen after some time, after he has healed from that initial burning, then you ask him to reapply SPF 10 sunscreen, then if he go out in the sun, his skin will burn in 100 minutes. Why so? Because SPF 10 means 10 times. 10 times what? 10 times the original time which took to make his skin burn. So I'll write it down here. SPF 10, if initially 10 minutes was the time in what the skin got burned, then he applied SPF 10 again, SPF 10, so the total time would be 100 minutes. Now the time has got multiplied by 10, so this is SPF. So what does SPF do? SPF multiplies the time which will take for your skin to get burned. So if in case he applies SPF 50, the 50 into 10 minutes means around 500 minutes, which is equal to around 8 and 8.25 hours. So if he applies SPF 50 sunscreen, he can get protection from sun for more than 8 hours. Cool. So that is the rule of SPF, and you should choose the maximum SPF available to you if you are choosing a sunscreen. So that is the thing about SPF. Now I'll talk about quickly what happens when what is UVA, UVB rays. I'll make a diagram. Like suppose this is the sun and this is the skin, this is skin surface, and this is epidermis. The topmost layer of the skin is known as epidermis. I'm denoting it by E. Then comes dermis. I'm denoting it by D. So sun has three type of rays: UVC, UVB, and UVA. Now UVC is absorbed by the ozone layer present in the stratosphere or atmosphere. UVC is absorbed. Now we need to worry about UVB and UVA. This is A. UVB and UVA. Now what does UVB do? UVB gets absorbed into the epidermis of the skin due to different wavelengths, and UVA gets absorbed in the dermis layer of the skin. Now you must have heard of melanin. What is melanin? Melanin is an enzyme which determines the skin tone of every human being. Okay, so it is said that body protects itself naturally against any external harm. So in this case also, against UVB, body produces melanin. So the more UVB rays are affecting your epidermis, the more melanin would be produced. So melanin is produced in epidermis, that is the topmost layer of your skin. That's why the color of the topmost layer gets changed, or the skin gets tanned. Now due to melanin, the more melanin produced in the epidermis, the more tan you will become. So against UVB, melanin is basically a natural sunscreen produced by the body. More melanin, more protection against UVB, but the more darker your tone will get. So in order to protect against yourself from UVB rays and to not get tan, you have to apply sunscreen that protects you against UVB rays. Now what does UVB do? It can get your skin burnt, you can get tan, and your skin can get red due to UVB rays. Now what is UVA rays? UVA has no relation with melanin because melanin is produced in epidermis and UVA has its effect on the dermis layer. Now what does UVA do? UVA causes wrinkles, premature aging, pigmentation, also hyperpigmentation, and even can cause skin cancer. So it is very dangerous. This is UVA. UVA is also very dangerous. This is UVB. Okay, now there is no enzyme in the body, or I'll not go in that much detail. There is no enzyme which can protect us from against UVA. So you need to apply sunscreen. Now you need to apply sunscreen which protects us from both UVB and as well as UVA. And it means there should be two different types of sunscreen. Yes, exactly. There are two different types of sunscreens, or I would say two types of sunscreen ratings. Which one? Basically, there are two types. First one is SPF, and then there comes PA. SPF means sun protection factor. As I have already told you what is the meaning of SPF. So the more SPF number, the more protection you get against UVB. Now what is PA? PA is basically a Japanese rating against UVA. PA means protection grade of UVA. PA, protection grade of UVA. So PA has rating of there is PA plus, PA double plus, PA triple plus, and PA double plus double plus. So this is a slight protection. This is the strongest protection against UVA. It has no relation with UVB, and this has no relation with UVA. Both are necessary in order to protect you against these both rays, UVB and UVA. And the sunscreen which has both these factors is known as a broad spectrum sunscreen. So that is basically you should always go after that sunscreen, or you should always buy the sunscreen which has both PA and SPF. At least you should go for PA double plus, and for SPF at least you should go for SPF 15. So this criteria should be met by any of the sunscreen which you want to apply on your skin. Now I'll quickly tell you that there are two different types of sunscreen on the basis of ingredients or how they are made, and which include physical sunscreen as well as chemical sunscreen. Physical sunscreen is also known as mineral sunscreen, and chemical sunscreen is also known as organic sunscreen. So physical, and then there comes chemical. Physical and chemical sunscreen. Now what are physical sunscreen? The basic function is when you apply a physical sunscreen on your skin, this is your skin and these are the sun rays. If you have applied physical sunscreen here, it will deflect or block the UV rays. So it will deflect or block that sun rays, go away. Cool. Now there is chemical sunscreen. If you have applied chemical sunscreen on this skin surface, then if the sun rays are falling on your skin, it will absorb. It will not get deflected or blocked. It will just absorb all the sun rays. So basically there is also a time before, like if you want to go out in the sun, it is said that you have to apply the sunscreen 20 minutes before or prior before going out. So that sunscreen is chemical sunscreen. You have to apply this sunscreen at least 20 minutes before going out in the sun, at least 20 minutes before. And this sunscreen you can apply immediately, and then you can immediately go out in the sun. There is no effect immediately. Cool. So these are basic two differences, and then I'll tell you the two ingredients also. In physical sunscreen there is zinc oxide as well as titanium dioxide present, and in chemical sunscreen there is oxybenzone, avobenzone. So basically if you want to go out in the sun, immediately apply physical sunscreen. Now there are some persons who are allergic to certain chemicals, if they apply some sunscreen they get irritation or allergy on their skin. These sunscreens are the chemical sunscreen. If you have that kind of effect, go for physical sunscreen. So that is the basic thing. If you have a normal skin, that it doesn't matter which sunscreen you apply on your skin, go for a sunscreen which is a combination of physical as well as chemical sunscreen. Yes, there are different types of sunscreens present in the market which has both zinc oxide or titanium dioxide or both, and then there is oxybenzone, avobenzone. If you read the ingredients list on the backside of the tube of your sunscreen, you will find that there are certain chemicals as well and minerals as well, like zinc and titanium. So that sunscreen is good. You can apply it and go out in the sun. It will protect you from UVA, UVB rays for a longer time. Now what I need to tell you again, one thing is, if you are going out in the snow as well, or the day is cloudy, so you think that you do not need sunscreen, that is completely wrong. You definitely need sunscreen in the cloudy days, and in the snow UVA rays are definitely present, and these rays affect your aging, wrinkles, pigmentation and skin cancer. So these are very difficult and very harmful things which you need to take care of. So you need to apply sunscreen every day, and after some time, like 2 to 3 hours, after every 2 hours you should apply sunscreen depending on the SPF and PA factor. Cool. Now quickly I'll provide you with two quick and tips, or not tips, facts, random facts. The first one is there are some people who say, like, if we are sitting in a car or in a glass building, then we will not get tanned because the glass will protect us from the ultraviolet radiation. Yes, that is true to some extent, but the glass will only protect us from the UVB rays and not from the UVA rays. Like if we are sitting in a glass building or in a car, the tinted glass would protect us from UVB and not from UVA, so it means we need to apply sunscreen again. The second fact I'll tell you is the children below the age of 6 months should not be taken out in the sun, or they should not be under the influence of sun exposure. Why? Because till the age of 6 months their internal body systems are not fully activated, so that they are not able to produce melanin against UVB rays, first thing. So the body will not naturally protect it from UVB rays. And then if you think that you will apply sunscreen to your young children, it will also not help them, because sunscreens will not get absorbed to that extent on their body at the age of 6 months. So sunscreens won't help, and the natural body melanin won't help. So don't take the 6 months old or till the age of 6 months out in the sun. So that was a quick information about sunscreen. And if you need more information, because this is just a basic video, you can comment, okay, and you will let me know whatever information you need about sunscreen. And okay guys, thank you for watching. It was a quick video, and see you next time. Bye, take care.